Hey y'all, it's Jacqueline. Welcome to my channel. So today's video is one I've been meaning to make for a while now, and I'm going to be comparing the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer to the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer and see how the two compete against each other, see which one is better. I've been hearing such great things about both of these, so I really wanted to see, when I put it to the test, which one works better for me. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't, hit that subscribe button before you leave so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. So I've already primed my face using the YSL Touche Éclat Blur Primer and the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer base. So I'm going to first go in with foundation. Today I'm going to be using the Lancome Skin Feels Good Hydrating Skin Tint Healthy Glow, because this is one that I use a lot, so I know what it looks like. And I'm just going to take a couple pumps on the back of my hand and put that on, and then we will jump right into the concealer. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. It comes in 8 different shades, so it doesn't have the best shade range. Honestly, this one is the lightest one. It is the shade Fair, and it's still a little too dark on me, so they definitely could use a wider range of colors. But I do like this. I've been wearing it a lot. This is typically the concealer that I go for when I'm wearing a lighter coverage foundation like I am today. So I do like that. One of my biggest complaints, besides the color selection, is I don't like how tiny this little applicator is. I don't feel like it ever really picks up enough product. So I have to dip in a few times, and I don't like that. I guess maybe I'm too used to the size of the Tarte Shape Tape or something, but overall I don't think this is a bad concealer. I will wear it. I do like it. According to Sephora, it says it is a full coverage long wear concealer that bends with skin to conceal dark circles, blemishes, and more. It is a flexible full coverage concealer that moves with your face without cracking or flaking to conceal imperfections, combat dark circles, and minimize the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It is a hydrating formula that incorporates Blue Lotus to moisturize while Chamomile calms the skin. So it does sound good, and like I said, I do like it. So I'm going to take this one now, and I'm going to put it on this side of my face underneath the eyes. A little down this kind of side of my nose. Around here. And a little on this side of my chin. So now I'm going to take a beauty blender and just blend this in. So while the color isn't actually that terrible, like, it matches my skin decently, but the thing is it's not like light enough to really be that brightening on me. It just kind of blends in perfectly with my skin tone, which, I mean, I guess is a look, but usually I like it to be a little bit brighter, especially underneath my under eye, because I have really dark circles. So as you can see here, this is the side with the Milk Concealer on. This has nothing underneath, and I'm just going to set it now with the Becca Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. And now for the Laura Mercier concealer. It is also $28 on Sephora. It has a few more shades, so this one looks like it has 12 compared to the 8. And I have the shade here called 1N, which is described as fair with neutral undertones, which usually is what I am. It says it is a medium to full coverage weightless concealer that perfects, hydrates, and blurs with up to 12 hours of crease resistant wear. It flexes with skin to seamlessly conceal under eye darkness and facial imperfections while providing all day hydration and crease resistant natural finish. This incredibly lightweight formula feels undetectable on skin, while the blurring powder blend diffuses light to smooth the look of fine lines and create a soft focus effect. So they do sound somewhat similar, so I'm really curious to try these out, see what it looks like. So first impression of opening it. It has definitely a different kind of applicator. This one is still a doe foot. It's slightly bigger, and it is a flat one, not kind of like the dome one. This one is like, I've only really seen this on lip glosses before. So let's test this out and see how the color looks. It feels pretty similar when you put it on the skin, so that's pretty good. I'll put some on this side of my chin, side of my nose. Need to take a little bit more. This feels like it might be slightly thicker, which is not a bad thing. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the Beauty Blender and also blend this out. I think this one is a little bit lighter than the Milk one, which is kind of nice because I feel like it will provide some brightening. So I can actually like highlight with this concealer. Compared to the Milk one, which kind of just like blends in. I still would really like the Milk one to be just a little bit lighter. So now, as you can see, this side has the Laura Mercier concealer underneath it. I think it blended in really nicely, and I do like that this one is a little bit lighter, like I said, because I feel like it does bring a little bit more brightness to underneath the eyes. So once again, I'm going to set with the Becca Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. So far, I think both of them look pretty similar, especially when I'm holding the mirror up and looking closely. I think the biggest difference is this one might be slightly lighter, so it might be slightly more brightening. But so far, they both blended in really nicely with my foundation. I think they have around the same amount of coverage, and yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup off camera, and I will be back to show you what it looks like with a full face on, and then I will show you what it looks like after a few hours of wear so you can see how it holds up throughout the day. Alright, I am back now. The rest of my makeup is on, and to be completely honest, I have been wearing this concealer for almost 2 hours now. Just when I finished putting on the concealer and right when I was trying to put on the rest of my makeup, my sister actually FaceTimed me, so I stopped to talk to her and we were talking for quite a while. So she actually took a quick look because it was FaceTime, and I asked her what she thought, which side looked better, and she actually said this side looked a little bit brighter, and she thought it actually covered my under eye circles a little bit better. So there you have a second opinion from someone who was just taking a quick look at it. Looking at these myself, I think they do look pretty similar, but I would have to agree with her that this one looks like it covers just a little bit better. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead, get on with the rest of my day, whatever is left of it now, and I will be back at the end of the day before I take my makeup off to show you what it looks like then after a full day of wear. Alright, see ya! Hey y'all, so I am back for the final check-in of the night. It is actually really late here. I wanted to give this enough time so you could really see how long it was wearing. Plus I was working on my class and I kind of lost track of time. But I'm gonna zoom in a second to show you really what is going on with both of these concealers. Looking at them pretty closely, I think they both held up pretty well. They're both comparable to each other. I actually don't really see one looking more dry than the other. And I'm really happy with both concealers. I think they blended in really nicely with my foundation. So I'm going to zoom in now so you can really see what I'm talking about. Alright, now that we're super close on my face, which is great. Alright, okay. Alright, now that we're super Alright, now that we're super close in on my face, you can really see what's going on, which is great. Yeah, I think that this side still looks a little bit lighter. It was the side that my sister also agreed with me on, and I really want to just think, okay. Alright, now that we're super zoomed in on my face so you can really see what's going on, which is, you know, great. This is what they're looking like. I think they look really, really similar. I want to say this one still looks a little bit brighter, but that's also because the shade range was a little bit brighter. Let me take a swatch here. So, right next to that. Now that we're super zoomed in on my face, you can really see what's going on with the two. My eye makeup has smudged a little bit there, but I think the two look really comparable. They both were the same price. They both performed. They both felt really nice on my eyes. Right here, if you can tell, I just swatched both of them on the back of my hands. This one is the Laura Mercier one, and this one is the Milk Makeup one. So, okay. All right, now that we're zoomed in super close on my face, you can really see kind of what is, okay. Now that we're zoomed in super close to my face, hopefully you can see what's really going on. Yes, my makeup did smudge a little bit here. It was a rainy day. I didn't really, okay. All right. Now that we're zoomed in super close to my face, hopefully you can really see what is going on. Yes, my eye makeup did smudge a little bit underneath right here, but let's move on from that. Okay, so like I said, okay. Whew. All right, now that we're zoomed super close in on my face, hopefully you can really see what is going on. I think the two are really comparable. They both feel the same. They didn't really feel heavy underneath my eyes, which was nice, and they both blended in really well with my concealer. I want to show you, I just swatched both of them on the back of my hand. Okay, there you go. So this one right here is actually the Laura Mercier one. Focus. All right, so this one right here is the Laura Mercier one, and this one over here is the, okay. Now that we're zoomed in, okay. Now that we're zoomed in super close to my face, hopefully you can really see what is going on. Yes, my makeup did smudge a little bit right there, but let's move on from that. Okay. Now that we're zoomed in super close to my face, hopefully you can really see the difference between the two and what they're looking like. Again, it's not really that big of a difference, but I do find this one to still be a little bit brighter. I do think both of their formulas were really nice. It blended in super well with my foundation. I think the really big benefit of this one is the color range of it actually. So you can see from swatches, I swatched them both on the back of my hand. You can see here, this one is the Laura Mercier one, and then this one is the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. The Milk Makeup one is definitely darker and it's a little bit peachier, while this one is a lot lighter. So I really think that's the biggest difference between the two. The other thing that I really like about this Laura Mercier concealer is I actually really like the doe foot applicator on this one. I think it's a lot nicer, and I think it actually picks up a little bit more product. That's something that really annoys me with this one. I just don't feel like you get a lot of product with one swipe on it because the doe foot applicator is a little small and it doesn't pick up enough. That's really my biggest complaint. The color range on this one, though I do think it hits the spectrum pretty well, but I would like to see a few more shades. This one, I'm not sure if it's too good on the dark end of things, but it does have more options. I don't know. Both of these definitely need more shade options, but for me, I think this one works a little bit better. All right, I'm gonna zoom back out now so we can just wrap this whole video up. And there you have it. This is my comparison of these two concealers. Like I've said many times throughout this video, I think they're both really comparable and they have just a couple of differences between the two. I think for me, I prefer the Laura Mercier one because of the color, like I have said many, many times now, and I really prefer the doe foot applicator over this one. I just think it feels nicer. But I really hope you learned something new from this video, that you're able to tell which one you might prefer based off of my comparison here and see which one might work out better for you. If you've tried either one of these and have found something that works better for you, or if you have any comments, questions, or thoughts, please leave them in the comments below and I'd be more than happy to get back to you. I'd love to know what you think of these. And yeah, if you haven't already, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I will talk to you all real soon. Bye!